Another beautiful day in Corporals neighborhood. So check this out. Right now we got a high of 72, low of 65, and we have rain clouds. And who knows, it might rain tonight, it might rain in a few minutes. You never know in the eastern woodlands. So here's what I'm thinking though. We need some type of raised bed. I'm not sleeping on the wet, muddy ground, but it's summertime, so we want to try to conserve calories. We haven't done a raised bed in a long time with trash bags or 55-gallon drum liners. So I'm thinking I have a different spin on that instead of our normal tripod bed. So bear with me. We're going to get out here, we're going to scope an area out, and then I'll walk you through my idea. Okay, so here we are. We're at the edge of a pine forest. Take a look behind me. See all those straight pieces of wood? I wonder where I get all my wood from for my shelter builds. Hard to tell. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. We start off with a classic bipod. Boom. Landed against that tree. Now we have two diagonal legs. Run horizontals this way, towards me, creating a platform for us to slide our 55-gallon drum liners that are 6 mil in thickness over those poles. 1, 2. This end over here, tie off cordage, run it diagonal back to that tree. Now we have a suspended or floating platform for our shelter. Out here, it's going to rain like I said. I want my fire off the ground. Some type of elevated or maybe even suspended fire. It could work. Okay, so here we go. We're talking about our bipod. Normally when I make a bipod, I use a diagonal lash, which is 3 wrappings, 3 frappings, finish off with a clove hitch, tie a knot in it, and then burn the ends and melt it on there. Now doing that at 3 spots, we're looking at 10 to 12 foot of cordage, minimum. And I'm blowing through cordage. But we beat the arbor knot to death. But here's what I'm thinking. I wonder if I could do 2 arbor knots at each corner and use about 3 to 5 foot of cordage. And I'm wondering if it will still hold my weight. We'll find out together. Okay, so you guys can get a visual of what we're talking about here. We got 2 poles. We're going to run them horizontally against the bipods, coming this way. I'm going to slide 2 bags over top of them. 1, 2. I'm going to notch the end over here, put in a spreader or spacer bar, and we're going to attach the cordage to that tree on our spacer. Okay, so our final step in this bed would be to level her up and then tie her off. Okay, so here we are. We're on the back side of our tree. We have our bed laying down right there, and we have that white cloth tape. That's called mule tape, M-U-L-E. Electricians use that to pull wires through PVC conduits on job sites. We're going to go ahead and find the halfway point there and tie a clove hitch right here. That's going to give me 2 pigtails. I'm going to run the pigtails back to where the poles meet my horizontals and tie a simple bowline, loop it over there, and we're good to go. As always, all the gear in my videos can be found in 2 places. 1, my Amazon influencer page, and 2, my Self-Reliance Outfitters influencer page. And if you're interested in Corporals Corner merchandise, that can be found on Teespring. All 3 links are found inside my description box. And there we go. Suspended AF. Ooh, magic. And if it starts to rain, all I gotta do is grab the tarp, flip it down, we're good to go. So I'm thinking a suspended shelter deserves a suspended fire. Okay, so check this out. We have our suspended or floating shelter, and we mentioned that a suspended shelter deserves a suspended or floating fire. Now, how are we going to do this? Here's what I'm thinking. I'm inspired. My bedroll cook set from Self-Reliance Outfitters. You stab that rod in the ground, we have our swing arm with our grill. It pivots around like this. We can swing that bad boy in and out of that fire and raise it up and down. So I'm thinking, what if we sandwich both these logs against that red pine? This way we can lift it wherever we want it. We can also now swing it further away or closer to our shelter. This way we can adjust our light from the fire and also our heat. Never been done, but I know we can do it. Okay, so you can see the pivoting arm is actually pulling down under its own weight. So I'm thinking we raise it back up and slam one of these in the back here. Boom. Then one underneath, about right there. And my thought is, the top, if it starts to tilt, will bite into the top, forcing the bottom into the bottom like this, and sort of bite into it. We'll find out. If you like what you see here, please do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. Then take it a step further. Grab your cell phone, download the free YouTube app, and sign in. This will give you push notifications when my new videos drop. this was brought to my attention, but rumor has it that you cannot light natural materials, meaning materials off the landscape, with the method that I've used and shown you for the past 18 months. And that method is taking my knife in my dominant hand, rotating it forward so that forward edge of the back 90-degree spine makes contact with my ferro rod. I'm going to pull up as hard as I can on that rod, and I'm going to rake it backward. Sparks are going to fall naturally to the ground. Now, there's two other methods. One is taking your knife and pushing it towards your material. Most of the time, not all, but most of the time, this results in your knife hitting that material and making a mess everywhere. Now the last one is the infamous pump method. We're going to get over top of the material and we're going to scrape our knife back and forth. Alright, so planting my boot next to my fat wood, I'm going to get my knife, I'm going to go ahead and rotate that edge forward, and I'm going to put the ferro rod up against here, and then I'm going to simply pull back. Rumor has it. There we go. Been waiting for you all day. Always happens at chow time, and my steak's gonna get wet. Ribeye, bacon, and coffee. That's the best part right here. Oh man, oh man. Feel that protein just flowing through my body. Man. Catch you in about 15-20 minutes, give or take. Ooh, baby. Oh. Tell you what, that steak about did me in. So, yeah, about ready to declare rec ops and catch you all in the morning. No, the shelter here we'll talk about tomorrow, but I am happy as hell with this. This is actually a picture that somebody sent to me. Well, something like this. It just showed some trash bag bed, stretcher type bed with a rope attached to the tree, and wide branches down here was kind of, in my opinion, not realistic. So I kind of tweaked that design a little bit and engineered this. And like I said, we wanted a suspended shelter, so we have a suspended fire. Now my goal was to have this thing self-supporting, but with all that clay on there, not going to happen. The wood itself is actually bending. I use pine, but if you use something hard like probably oak or something, maybe that would work. But shoved that log underneath there, and the main purpose was to have it pivot, and it does that. Get a nice healthy bed of coals on there. If I want to keep the mosquitoes away, I can bring it close. If I want to back it off and clean this area or do some kind of tasks inside here, I can pull it away. And I'm kind of digging that. Opened my mind up to bigger and better things. So all I gotta do is walk up here, grab our handle, and I can now rotate this fire away from or towards my shelter. Okay, so I want to say I appreciate everyone who checked out those channels that I mentioned last week. It's always good to give small channels that are good a break and help them out, give them a little bump. YouTube's not going to do it, people aren't going to do it, and most people on YouTube look at everyone else as competition. And they're not going to give you any helpful hints that they learned at all. And no one did it for me. And here we are 13 years later, and still fighting for views. So we're getting closer though. I can almost taste that million, and man, we're like 600,000 and change right now for subs. I would love to hit that million marker. Just boom. That would, for me, solidify everything I've done here, and everything I've tried to bring out and show everyone that anybody can come out here and learn these skills and have fun in the outdoors. And for me, that would just solidify everything right there. Boom. We'll see though. Almost that time. Which reminds me, go ahead and handle another comment from our critics section. I never see you using a pillow. I know you're not sleeping out there. Well, if having a pillow means I'm sleeping out there or not sleeping out there, then I guess I'm not sleeping out there. What I've done for years is take a jacket or a sweatshirt or a hoodie, fold it over inside out like this. That way all my face grease and oil is on the inside. And then just simply tuck it into the hood, and it creates like a small football. Now I can take this, drop that bad boy right there, I got my pillow. So there you go. I used to play with those blow up inflatable ones last year, and they kept getting pine needles popping holes in them, or an ember from a fire. It was just ridiculous, and I believe they sell for like between 35 and 50 bucks, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. So hoodie or a jacket right there, boom, one and done. Swagman roll. A buddy of mine, Paul Hack from Adaptable Survival. Check him out on YouTube, Adaptable Survival. He actually told me that there's a woodland camo Swagman roll. So I looked it up, and yes, there's a woodland camo Swagman roll. It's on the Self-Reliance Outfitters website. That link is inside my description box. Check it out. I went ahead and ordered one, so I'm getting mine hopefully soon, and I'll show you guys. But yeah, woodland camo. This is the coyote tan, but woodland camo, done deal. And that's what we're talking about right there. Bacon grease popcorn with bacon crumbles. Dinner, movie, now bacon popcorn. Corporal style. And it's starting to rain. It's going to be a long night, boys. I say we get out of this rain, get in our rack over here, and either hunker down or call it night. Oh my God. That's sad. The fire's almost out. Oh well. So here we are, we're inside of our shelter. Nothing to write home about, but we're off the ground, we're suspended. It's a tube style tent. The ends are open. And we have our 8x8 coal cracker tarp over top of us, the oilskin tarp. So it's exactly like the raised tripod beds that I made a long time ago, or the tripod bunk beds. So, gonna be a long night. Now the rain's stopping. I don't know, I give up trying to figure this place out. But it's home, so catch you all in the morning. Man, greasy AF. It's coffee time. Different. Not bad, but different. A little bit too sweet for my taste. Kind of tastes like 2,4,5 trioxin. Doable. All right, let's talk about this shelter real quick. What do we do here? Well, we created a suspended or floating shelter in the woods. It's tied off to a tree. We used our bipods, and we substituted our bipod lash for arbor knots, and it held up. We went ahead and placed our trash bags over our poles, and then suspended it to our tree using our mule tape, M-U-L-E tape, or electrician's tape. From there, we covered it up with our coal cracker 8x8 oilskin tarp by using our ridge poles and Y branches. Now, the best part is we moved over to our fire. Elevated shelter, suspended shelter needs elevated or suspended fire. So we went ahead and created a pivoting style elevated fire. And it worked out pretty well. I can swing that bad boy closer or further away. I would have loved to have this thing support itself, but the weight of that clay on there was actually bending the wood down itself. The back end over there against the tree, perfect. The poles were bending. So food for thought, next time I try this, and I will, go with harder wood. And there you go, solo overnight building a suspended shelter with a pivoting fire in the woods. And I'm impressed with that. I saw the picture in my head and I thought, you know what? I wonder if that's possible. And that's the theme of my channel, for those that haven't figured it out yet, or for those that are new to my channel. I want to inspire you. I want you to see what you are capable of. Most importantly, I want to see what I'm capable of. And so far this year, I'm thinking Corporals capable of damn near anything. With that, all the gear in my videos can be found in 2 places. 1, my Amazon influencer page, and 2, my Self-Reliance Outfitters influencer page. And if you're interested in Corporals Corner merchandise, that can be found on Teespring. All 3 links are found inside my description box. Now please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Get out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time.